Hello and welcome to Sutra News. If you thought tensions between Israel and Iran were cooling down, think again. Recently, Iran issued a direct warning, one that American media is covering extensively. Iran has signaled that a massive attack on Israel could happen any time, perhaps even tonight. Iran isn't just addressing Israel, it's sending strong warnings to all neighboring Arab countries, including Saudi Arabia. The language is sharp, indicating Iran's intent to launch a multi-pronged attack, potentially using some of its most powerful warheads to strike Israeli territory. So, what triggered this escalation? Recently, Israeli airstrikes have reportedly targeted several Iranian military sites, including S-300 missile defense systems provided by Russia. Iran has even confirmed the loss of 2 soldiers in these attacks. And while Israel's attack wasn't entirely successful, Iran is determined to respond with what it describes as a tooth-breaking retaliation, literally threatening to knock Israel's teeth out. Now, the U.S. is on alert. As a precautionary measure, the United States has deployed B-52 bombers to the Middle East. These bombers, known for delivering heavy payloads, including conventional and nuclear bombs, were used extensively by the U.S. in Afghanistan. American officials are aware that many of Iran's air defense systems have already been destroyed by Israel. This makes Iran more vulnerable to potential airstrikes. To be clear, I'm not saying the U.S. intends to use these bombers against Iran right away, but it's unmistakably a warning sign, and the U.S. has been blunt in its message to Iran: if you attack Israel again, we won't be able to hold Israel back. This message is particularly pointed, as the last time Israel attacked Iran, the U.S. placed strict limitations on how Israel conducted that strike, reminding them to avoid large-scale, indiscriminate bombing like they've done in Gaza or Lebanon in the past. Consequently, Israel's response was somewhat restrained. But now, the U.S. is signaling that if Iran strikes Israel again, any response from Israel will be full-scale and likely relentless. I know many of you might be wondering, why the constant tension? Why does Iran keep escalating these threats, and what does it hope to achieve? Iran's current hope, if you look at their recent statements, is that Israel will agree to a ceasefire with Gaza and Lebanon. Iran's president recently made this clear, stating that if Israel establishes a truce in these areas, Iran might consider a softer stance. But whether Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will accept such conditions is another story. Adding to Iran's confidence is the support it feels it has from powerful allies like Turkey, China, North Korea, and especially Russia. In fact, Russia is on the verge of signing a comprehensive defense cooperation treaty with Iran by the end of the year. This agreement would be similar to the one Russia has with North Korea, where North Korea has committed troops to support Russia in its war with Ukraine. For Iran, this could mean a defense pact that would reshape the region's geopolitics. Meanwhile, Israel isn't taking these threats lightly. Reports indicate that Israeli naval forces are repositioning, possibly moving from the Mediterranean into the Red Sea, with an eye toward the Arabian Sea. This move could give Israel the capability to launch naval strikes on Iran if necessary. So with tensions at this peak, Iran has promised what it calls its largest attack yet on Israel. When and how this attack will happen, we don't know, but the impact is certain to ripple through the region. And Iran's warning extends beyond Israel. They're cautioning the entire region that this will be their most powerful strike yet. As we await more updates, one thing is clear: this conflict could have severe global consequences. The threat of further escalation looms over global markets, potentially triggering instability in the coming weeks. I'll continue to follow this story closely, bringing you updates on every significant development. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Sutra News for further updates.